everyone, how are you doing in your virtual groups? We're still down here in Kent. I'm in my sister's house with my nieces recording this on mobile phones. And I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. We thought we'd bring you a few more. So we're going to do chicken tikka kebabs with chunky salad and pitta. And it's really simple. It's just a little marinated bit of chicken, a nice little salad and a pitta. I mean, where can you go wrong with that? So to make the marinade for the chicken, it's 0% Greek yogurt. That's 250 grams. And then here we've got 3 cloves garlic. I've got 3 level tablespoons of tikka curry powder. Now when you choose the curry powder, just have a look on the back and make sure there's no sugar, fat or oil in there, otherwise it won't be free. And then there's a little bit of salt in there for seasoning. So I'm going to mix this together in one bowl. And the reason I'm doing this is because we've come up with a really good idea. Well, in fact, my niece Lucy's come up with this great idea. We're going to try this technique of using a little Tupperware. Rather than sort of do it in a plastic bag, which would be one-use plastic pretty much, we're going to try it this way. When you marinate stuff, it's really good to really coat every surface of the chicken. So we've mixed that together. We're going to put half of that in the Tupperware. See if this works. Whoops. And then this is 8 chicken thighs. I've just trimmed them of any fat. They've already been skinless and boneless when I picked them up from the butcher's. And then I'm putting those in and cut them into sort of bite-sized chunks. If you don't like thighs, use chicken breast. That's perfect. So we do that, and then we're going to layer the remainder of this dressing, or marinade I should say, over the top like that. Now, you can stir that together, and we might come back to that technique. But we're going to put the lid on there, see if this works. We're going to shake it like a cocktail, so have a good secure lid. I think this is really good if you've got any marinades kind of thing to get away, because I used to do it in a food bag, but obviously we don't want to do that any longer. Right, let's just see what that's done. Ta-da! Yeah, perfect. Look at that. Good tip, Luce. Woo! You proud of that one?
Yeah, baby.
Okay, now we're going to put the lid back on, if I can get that on. And I'm just going to put that in the fridge, and we need to marinate that for about an hour. If you can do it overnight, brilliant. The flavour will be even more intense. And then we'll come back and do the chunky salad. Okay, so about 15 minutes before you want to actually cook the chicken, let's put the salad together. So the salad's really easy. It's just 2 gem lettuce. I've just sort of shredded those up and washed it. And then I've got a cucumber here, a whole cucumber. A little tip with the cucumber is cut it in half along the length. And then use a little teaspoon, obviously this is not a teaspoon, but this sort of technique, and run it down the middle, and that will scoop out all the seeds, and then roughly chop it. We've got 3 sticks of celery, and we've got 200 grams of radishes just quartered. And we're just going to basically dump that in a big bowl. I mean, it's pretty easy. And then this is 100 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt. And I'm going to put in there 25 grams of chopped coriander. And I'm just going to give that a little stir, and then you just stir that through the salad essentially. That's going to take a little bit of time to stir through, so I probably won't bore you with all of that, but essentially you get your salad servers and you just get in there and you just mix that all around. Then what we're going to do is we're going to thread the chicken onto the kebabs, and I'll show you that now. Okay, so the salad's in the fridge waiting. This chicken has been now marinating for 2 hours, but if you can do it overnight, even better. So I've done 3 skewers already. I'm just throwing them onto metal ones, but if you've only got wooden ones, they're fine as well. You just need to soak them completely in water for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I'll tell you why you do that, is so they don't burn. And this recipe would be really good on a barbecue. So get your barbies out and get cooking. And now this, also, I've just thought, if you don't have skewers, you don't need to worry about skewering it if you're doing it on the grill. Just pop it on foil-lined tray, and then you'll just have to use some tongs to turn over each piece halfway through. It's a bit more labour-intensive, that's all. Okay, so there's the 4 skewers. We've got an Arga, but at home, turn your grill up till high, just preheat it, and then put it under there. It's going to take, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes, and you just need to turn them halfway. So we've got a sort of grill on the top of them there, so we're going to use that, and we'll come back to them once they're cooked. Ooh, let's have a little look in here. Oh yes, Yes, that's exactly what you want. A lovely little char grill on that. Anytime you brown things up, so if you're doing them on the barbecue, you get that nice little char grill, adds extra flavour. So how are we going to serve it? Now, we've got the crunchy salad. If you haven't got all those ingredients, you could use like a can of sweet corn that's drained, or even an apple, a lovely sort of acidic apple would be delicious, like a Granny Smith in there. Anything that's crunchy will add to that salad, would be delicious. Then pittas, you're saying, that's 7 Syns. Well, it isn't if you use it as your healthy extra B for the day, which would be a really good idea. Otherwise, if you wanted it all free, you could just eat the chicken and the salad on its own. So, a little tip here on how to get the chicken out. I've just run a knife down the side there and cut the edge off, and that really opens it up very nicely. And then you put the kebab in there, and there we go. I look like a professional all of a sudden. And that gets the chicken into the pitta. But what I would do is I just put them on the table like this. If you wanted, you could put a bit of foil around there so people don't burn themselves when they pick it up, and they can make their own really. And so what we'll do is put a bit of salad in there. You could have a bit of lovely lemon over there and a few little coriander sprigs, and away you go. Delicious! Enjoy!